Today's episode of the Just Keep Swimming podcast is brought to you by Audible. Audible is an online audiobook and podcast service offering over 10,000 books and the ability to listen to your favorite podcasts, including the Just Keep Swimming podcast. I personally use Audible all the time and suggest you take a listen to Intentional Living by John C. Maxwell. In this book, Mr. Maxwell shares his story on how he was able to live a noble and purposeful life and gives you tips and tricks so you can do the same. So please start your 30-day free trial now at www.audibletrial.com/JKS podcast, all lowercase. Again, that is www.audibletrial.com/JKS podcast. And if you have any more questions or concerns for the Just Keep Swimming podcast, you're always welcome to reach out to us on Facebook or at Instagram at justkeepswimming_podcast, or you can email us at jkspodcast702@gmail.com. And with that out the way, let's dive into it. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Just Keep Swimming podcast. This is your friend, your boy, your host, Mr. Adrian Jackson, back at it again with another great episode for you. And you already know who's with me, the man, the myth, the legend. It's Mr. 1-3, probably somewhere doing some homework right now, so please make sure you guys give him support so he can get this amazing degree. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I kind of want to just talk about, man, just the purpose of the show, Just Keep Swimming, you know. It's been a hell of a week. It's been a hell of a ride. I've been just going through a lot this week when it comes to work, personal life, family life, you know, just trying to get things together. And it's just kind of like, at some point, you just get tired, you know. You really just get tired of everything you're going through. You don't understand why it's happening, even if it's not happening to you directly, but you have some type of part into it, you know. You just feel like, you just feel drained. You just feel tired, you know. And like for me, that's how this week has been. It's been a long week. Weekend was long. I got a long week to come. I'm really looking forward for a 3-day weekend. And I'm just praying that it's going to actually be a relaxing 3-day weekend where I can actually get some rest and truly reset my mind and my spirit to get back to where I need to be at, so I can truly be the person that I feel like I'm meant to be, you know. But it's times like this where it's like you just get that test going through you and you're just trying to figure out, like, how do I get through it, you know? How do I stay strong? How do I keep moving forward, you know? And one thing that came to my mind just now while I was taking the shower was, you know, God always gives his strongest battles to his toughest soldiers, his hardest battles to his toughest soldiers, you know. And it kind of just helped me just make me just understand a little bit, like, yo, man, you're strong, you know. That's why all this stuff happens to you. That's why so many people rely on you. That's why so many people look up to you and admire you and come to you when they, in their time of need, when they need your assistance, because you're stronger than most, you know. You're built different. You can carry this weight in your shoulders and you can move forward. And that's why, you know, the universe keeps stacking the things on your shoulders, because you are a strong human being, you know. You're made to carry this stuff. Like, you know, I always think about how everybody has some type of issue going on. You know, you never know what somebody's going through, what somebody's happening to them. You know, I got some wild news recently on top of everything that's already been happening, and it's like, yes, it doesn't affect me directly at all, but still, it was just like the weight of it coming down on me. It was just like, what is going on, you know? But then it's just like I have to stop and think and be like, man, I'm stronger than this. I can make it through it. I made it through it before. I will make it through it again. You know, this too shall pass. This is not the end of it, you know. Like, I always like to use the example of God would never put anything on your plate that you can't handle. And one thing about a plate of food is you're going to eat it, and after you eat it, it's gone. You know, now it's in your stomach, it's being digested, it's going to come out. You can't do nothing else with it, you know. And it's like, a lot of times we get all this stuff on our plate and we get overwhelmed. We're like, why you put so much on my plate right now? You why is there so much here? Like, I can't eat all this food. This is too much for me right now. But it's like, you have to stop, take a breath, and be like, okay, let me dive into it. Let me start this paperwork. Let me start this meal. Let me go and help these people. Let me do whatever I have to do right now to start to eat this plate up and get rid of everything on this plate, And, that's kind of my message for you guys today. Everybody out there that's going through something, that's struggling, that's having some hard times, that you just feel like the weight of the world is on you. As they say, life is lifing to the fullest, Like, it's okay. You're going to make it through. We always going to make it through no matter what the goal is, no matter what the end game is, we're going to make it through. We have to just continue to just keep swimming and keep pushing through, And no matter what, let's just keep fighting, because at the end of the day, this is the human experience. Like, the human experience is always the experience of overcoming. We always have to push through. We always have a battle. Like, if you look at a tree, the tree starts as a seed, it grows into this amazing tree, but every single year the leaves fall off. When the weather changes, it has to deal with the weather change, it has to deal with the wind. But if it wasn't for all those things happening, the tree wouldn't be as strong as it is, Like, let's say a tree got big and never had any type of adversities this whole time throughout its life. When that one gust of wind comes through, that tree's gonna fall right over because it wasn't built strong, And that's something that, you have to sometimes stop and think back about your life and look back and reflect and be like, yo, I made it through this before. I made it through similar issues, maybe not similar issues, but similar levels of stress, similar levels of anxiety, similar levels of how am I going to get through this? I had this message in my mind before, and at the end of the day, I still made it. I'm still here. I'm still standing. I'm still getting through it, and I'm still going to make it through, So I know whatever happened in the past is in the past. What's ever happened to me right now, I can make it through it, because at some point, this present is going to be a past, It's already becoming a past. Every second, every minute going through, it's already going to the past, So we have to learn just to keep fighting, keep swimming, keep pushing through, and everything's going to be okay, Like, one story I heard the other day was talking about Jesus carrying his cross, and he was like, the cross was heavy. We all know that thing was solid wood. Who knows how heavy that thing was. It was probably like carrying a whole tree on his back by itself, But at the same time, as we know, that was one of God's ultimate soldiers, the soldier of all soldiers, and he had a burden that he had to carry. He had to carry his cross. But one thing you always got to remember is he didn't carry it by himself. Somebody came and helped him out. And that's what's happening in this world, and we have to remember that we do have that help, that people are here for us, and we have to just trust that they're here to help us and let them help me carry what I have to carry, because this stuff gets heavy on your own. My legs are tired, my back hurt, my eyes are dry, but at the same time, I'm gonna keep moving, and I know that people are here to support me and cheer me on and keep pushing me forward, even if it's just my spirit or my alternate ego or my other self helping me go forward. There's always a force here that's keeping me pushing forward, that's going to keep me fighting, keep me thriving, keep me going in the right direction and not giving up in this life. Something that's always going to help me continue to eat what's on my plate, even when they just keep throwing food on top of it. I'm continuing to finish this plate because that's what I'm made to do. This is what I'm built to do. So yes, with all that being said, I hope something in there resonated with you guys today. It's been a long week. I'm not gonna lie, my mind is mush right now. I am ready for bed, and look, I just got the realization I gotta be up earlier than I normally do, and it's like, oh Lord, but yeah, this is my cross, you know what I'm saying? This is my battle. God put this battle in front of me for a reason. I'm not going to fear from it. I'm not going to be scared of it. I'm going to face it, and I'm going to stand strong, and I'm going to keep going through, because this too shall pass as well, and we going to pass through this no matter what. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that resonated with you guys today. I hope you appreciate that message. If you do have anything you want to share, you already know how to reach out to us, so go ahead and reach out to us. But with all that being said, we hope you have a great day, a marvelous afternoon, a blissful evening, and remember to just keep swimming.